welcome back to my channel. So for today's junk journal with me, we are going to be doing day 11 of the Junk Journal January challenge, and today's prompt is pocket. Over in the collaboration as well, before we get started, we have Peggy from the Paper Bumblebee, so be sure to check out her video down below to see her interpretation of this prompt. So for pocket, it's a very literal prompt, and what I decided to do was start altering the page. So as I was creating this page, I was actually on a video call with my good friend Pamela, who is always a source of such wisdom when it comes to journaling ideas and things like that. And we were chatting about what to do on this page, and I was showing her, and we came up with the idea of altering the page and creating a pocket from it, and then stitching on some vellum behind it to create a bit of an odd shaped pocket almost. So I was working with the page that I had. It had this Reader's Digest symbol on it, like little logo, and that was from one of the first pages that you see in a book. And so I cut out the edges, and then I trimmed off the yellow bit, and I decided to glue that back on because I actually quite liked that bit. And then what I did was I just tore down some vellum to size, and then I sewed the what was left of the page onto the vellum. And this part was actually really tricky because I was trying to obviously hold the vellum in place whilst I was making the holes for the stitching, but it was worth persevering with because I really liked the effect that it gave. So I just did the stitching on two of the edges so that I would be left with my space for the pocket on the top that I'm just showing you there. And what I then decided to do was start layering some papers underneath the vellum. So I had this wrapping paper that I had got around Christmas time, and I decided that it would be perfect to use within this journal. I love the tones of it. It's like eucalyptus, it's so muted. It's very me, and I think that it matched really well with the page. And you can see here, this is me showing Pamela, what do you think? Do you think this goes with the page? And it was so fun to be creating, because she was working in her journal as well. So it was a really fun journaling session to be creating alongside someone. And I'm just trimming it to size here, and I'm not being precise. I'm literally just tearing it, eyeballing the measurements, and just creating a really organic feel for my pages. And in this journal, I've been enjoying experimenting with different shapes and sizes of pages, and also adding extra pages in as well. And once I had trimmed this down to size, I was actually debating whether to leave it as like a tipped in full-size page. But what I went with is actually grabbing my stapler, just like I did in a previous journal page, stapled it down and created a double pocket. So I had the pocket that was on the vellum, and then with the staples here at the top and the bottom, I just created one of the same pockets here so that I could tuck something in along the side. And I'm just adding some washi here at the back so that the wallpaper is attached. Now that doesn't look pretty at all, so I will definitely have to come in on a later journal page and cover that up, probably with some collage, especially because the wallpaper is a very shiny surface, so it won't take well to a lot of things. So I think I'm going to have to cover that one completely, but that's fine. Now the left hand side of this page was looking a little bit bare, and I just knew that if I left it and carried on with the journal, I would not come back to this page, so I didn't want to leave it empty. And I did like the colour, the green, but what I decided to do was just bring in some neutral collage and just build up something really, really simple. I didn't want anything too complex because I'd already made my pockets on the right hand side, but I just wanted something to complement the tones that we had going on, the neutrals. And so I was just building up layers of different book papers, scrapbook papers, tea stained pages, things like that. And then I decided to come in with a really bold quote, which I ended up not liking at all. So I was quick to tear this up, and all I did was cover it up with another piece of paper. And to be honest, I ended up preferring that more. But yeah, I thought it would be a nice clean torn up piece of paper, but it really wasn't. It was really struggling to come off there, so I knew I had to just cover it completely. There was nothing I could do to work with that. And then I thought maybe I'll just come in and add another one of these carnations. I've just been loving adding these. These are some beautiful illustrations from a gardening book that I had found, and I know I've used a few of them in this journal already, but they're just so sweet. and so I'm going to continue using them. So I just thought that it fit perfectly there, and I just wanted to add some washi underneath just to anchor it a little bit and kind of create more of a focal point, if you will, around the flower. And that was pretty much it for this page, to be honest. I didn't do a huge amount. I added some grid collage here just to cover up that space in the bottom right hand corner, because it was kind of annoying me that nothing was there. So I just added this grid piece that I thought tied in really well, and that was it. A really simple spread for today. I think for the next prompt, maybe I'll create something to go inside the pocket like I did with the last one. But that is everything. Thank you for journaling along with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.